with you? Okay. Ashley's being weird today.
Drunk.
Go home, Ashley. Welcome back to the Southern Social.
Hey
guys. So we're serious today. We've got serious things to discuss. They're not really serious.
I feel like I'm about to interview on CNN or something.
What you do coming up next? Find out after the commercial.
Well, that's because I normally sit with my legs up, but I feel like I can't because of my shorts.
Ashley has on booty shorts and her booty was hanging out of her shorts today.
They were not. If you look on our Instagram, you'll see that my shorts are long in the front.
In the front. Business in the front. Pocket. My friends are so embarrassing.
An embarrassment. Anyway, we're really close to each other.
I feel like we have to be close because
we're sisters.
The way that we have this frame today. So if this isn't awkward for you guys, it's not awkward for us. Anyway, okay. Let's get into the show.
Let's get into it.
So, if you guys follow our Instagram, you know that we went to create. We're still close. Why are you touching me? It's kind of comfortable. We were
hot.
Cause I'm caliente.
No.
It's the red hair, guys. Well, it's like purple red.
I don't know what color. It's really pretty in person.
I hope it doesn't look hood rat. Can y'all tell me if my hair looks hood rat? I'm not gonna change it, but. You know, well, it's gonna get changed. It's a wig. Anyways, we went to Create Cultivate in Austin this past weekend.
Yes.
South by Southwest.
Yep.
Killed it. Okay. Amazing event.
Amazing.
Shout out to Create Cultivate.
Yes.
I'm not gonna list all the brands.
Nope.
But shout out to you guys because y'all gave us this amazing, great
swag
bag.
Swag bags were out of this world. Like, seriously, it's really very, very good.
So we're excited about those products, of which we will be giving some free products away very soon. So make sure that you guys follow our, promotion contest. What are the other words for that?
Go on Instagram.
Sweepstakes.
Follow our Instagram.
Subscribe here and post, share, like all that stuff. That's how you get entered into it.
Yep.
We'll give out details later.
Yep.
But anyways, so we were at this great event and it was really like a very fulfilling experience.
It was.
We just feel like we went somewhere and got recharged. You know when you go to events and you're like, I'm going home, I'm about to hustle again.
Or you read like a really good book and it's like, oh yeah, I can do it, I can conquer the world. Yeah,
and you have to like do that every now and then and get around people who are doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so it really does put a little fire under your booty.
Yep.
And so that's kind of what happened to us this weekend, and it was really great because it was a very diverse crowd.
Very diverse crowd. Well, kind of.
Okay, actually, it wasn't. It was so diverse.
No. There was diversity as far as people's reasoning for being there. There was so many different walks of life and industries there, so that part was great. And we're, again, as I mentioned in our previous episode, we're definitely behind this woman empowerment movement. So that was just a great event to go to. I don't know if you guys don't know about Create Cultivate, go search it. We'll put a link below. But
they do events.
Yes, they do.
Traveling kind of. They have something coming up in New York. So
traveling conferences. So yeah, if you can go, if you can even buy a ticket and go.
Yeah, like for real, hands down. Make sure you do it. But with that being said, we're all on this whole empowerment kick. As you guys even know, like our main platform is about the millennial woman.
Yes.
It's about inspiring people. It's about creativity. It's about just being the best version of yourself that you could be, that's how you make your mark on the world. And so everyone was so open to that. Like we all came in very open to receive different like ways of life, ways of doing business. And so people were very readily like available just to come like, hey, I love this. Yeah.
Oh, I like your hair. Blah, blah, blah. And like literally just starting a conversation from there. And you're talking to the owner of, you know, of this company, some like stuff.
$1 million companies.
$1 million companies. Not only that, but you're literally talking to some of the people that you guys follow on Instagram.
Right, and that too.
Like Nikisha.
Yeah, Nikisha.
Yeah, from Bush Babes.
Urban Bush Babes. Yes, she's got it. Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it was a lot of people. Like, there was, you know, actresses there. Kristen Bell was there. Brooklyn Decker. And then you have very popular
bloggers.
I think, are bloggers kind of like the new socialite? It's very similar to that.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, because we had like Courtney Kerr, you know, she's from Dallas and she was there. Courtney. And so like, there's a lot of like really popular bloggers that I know I personally haven't heard of, but there were people like, you know, dying to meet them and stuff.
Right.
So you had a lot of that. You have a lot of women with successful businesses and a lot of women who are transitioning from, you know, different genres, or they have successful businesses, but they're trying to make it more incorporated with
trying to bridge
technology. Yeah, bring it, make it a millennial type of business.
Everyone wants to appeal to the millennials.
To the millennials, we're what's hot in the streets, guys.
We are.
And but again, though, so with the women's empowerment, we all know how big that empower her,
support her,
I'm with her, you know, all of that jazz. And so Hillary made that a whole big thing, and then Trump didn't make it any better. He really put fire
in it. He just pushed it all together.
And so, you know, I think all of us have been on that bandwagon. It's such a great platform. You know, the future is women. Women are the future. Something like that. And so you got all these there we go. We got all these hashtags and all of these, you know, movements.
Right.
And then we really noticed when we looked around at the event, we were like, this is awesome. And then we saw it.
Us.
And then we saw it.
And then there's everyone else
there. And then you realize, like, you can't have a women's movement when you're leaving out whole groups of women.
Right.
And so this caters to a very particular type of woman.
Right.
And we feel like it needs to be said that needs to change.
Right. And actually, we were kind of scattered. It was me, Tiffany, and my sister, who is the founder and creator behind Brunch and Slay. We went together, and we were in different areas of the conference. And I'm standing in line, and I hear Nikisha get on stage and start talking about how Black women specifically, because she called it out, how we need to be incorporated. How you know, everyone's on this woman empowerment thing, but when it came down to the other issues that we've been having, which we all are very aware of the other issues that we're having, where were y'all? Right. So I literally tuned in at that exact moment because I heard her, she just kind of hit a nerve. And so, and then Tiffany said the exact same moment.
We were out because it's like a pop-up shop and you're out at different vendors and you're talking to people, and it was just crazy how she's like over on the main stage on the panel, and it's like, it hit that business, like, we get it, and thank you for seriously for bringing that up. Yes, because honestly, what happens a lot of time, you know, we are up and coming, and we're just trying to build a platform, and we're not trying to step on too many toes, and we're like, I don't want to be that woman. You know, they bring you out. You're the only person of color on the panel. So you're the only Black woman. Correct, and, you know, all of that, and and she called us on just like. Mira said, she called us out on our shit too. Like, no, you have to. We're creating this platform. You know, say what we really need to say.
It's also brought up the whole white women's privilege. Right. Like yes, you're starting to be affected by it now because, you know, literally Trump, so it's in your face. Right. But it's like, okay, well, we've been dealing with this stuff. Yeah. And no one, and again, it's like, you know, it's like, oh, I don't want to be that girl. I don't want to get on this race bandwagon. But the fact of the matter is, it's the reality. It's still, it's a real reality. And it's like, it's great that, you know, that you guys we're all standing together now, but we've been doing this. Right. Like and then it's like all this appropriation happening, and, you know, just like you were saying with Kim Kardashian.
I won't get onto the whole appropriation category right now because I feel like there's so many memes. It made me think of this story. We like the Kardashians.
Oh, I love the Kardashians.
Yeah, I've watched their show. All of them. We follow them. I think they're great.
And because they honestly, and all, you know, whatever you have to say about them, and I feel like most people who have really bad things to say about them, don't watch the show.
Yeah.
It's like, really to me, I don't think you can watch the show and then still...
They're such a strong family unit.
They're a strong family. They're all about women empowerment. And not only that, they're relatable. And that's why I like them so much, because they literally remind... I have 2 sisters, and my mom is a lot like Kris Jenner. So it's like, it's hilarious to me, because I'm like, oh, we're on TV.
Right. Which, being that they're so relatable, you really think that they think about a lot of things the way that you do. And I remember when Kim was saying that she had some type of experience, she had some type of racial incident between her and North and, you know, some outsider, and she was like, you know what, I didn't get it until it happened to my daughter. And I'm like, you've been dating black men for well over 10 years. Like, that's all I know you to have dated. And I'm like, you're just now seeing this racism, and it's so crazy to me, because I'm like, how easy is it for you to put your blinders on when you're in love with a person?
And see, I don't think it's necessarily
like, it's not her.
Well, I don't even think it's blinders, because like I've said before,
it's blinders to me.
Well, to me it's not, because I personally haven't experienced some of even the racism that you've experienced. So to me, it doesn't affect me. So it's like, I'm aware. It's like it's aware, but it's not the same thing if you haven't actually experienced it. And it's no, my antennas are up, I'm looking for it.
So here's my thing with that. I'm sorry to cut you off, because I totally get when people can be aware. Like, there's some things in life that does not need to directly affect you to know or to understand the experience, because we have such similar experiences. Being a woman in general, you've had some type of hate or something has happened to you because you are a woman, so that's relatable to something happening to me because of my race. And when I say that, like, clearly racism and sexism, two different you know, things, but you can have that understanding to it. And I think when you come into a certain level of privilege, you're like, I don't have to deal with that, so I don't want to, and I'll just keep living my life because it's easy. Yeah, exactly. And I think we're oblivious by choice by the plights of other people who are in, like, third world countries. You know what I mean? Right. Like, we can really get out there and sit down and be open to this conversation and really dig in and see how we can help. But at the end of the day, most people just want to just live their lives and be comfortable.
Well, not only that, it's not an easy conversation to have because you're angry. Right. So in this whole, let's bridge the gap, let's come together. In order for us to have this conversation with anybody, because just now you got angry and it's like, why are you mad at me? Right. But it's like, you gotta stop being angry.
That's true.
Because that's not what is being angry gonna do? Right. It's not changing anything. You're just wasting your energy because you're mad, and now this person's even more afraid to have the conversation with you. Yeah. So I think that we need to come up with a plan of action versus just, I'm gonna be mad and just, go on these Facebook rants and go and do this. Yeah, and not make any changes.
We as a generation have been stuck in this Facebook rant thing for years, like about everything.
Can y'all stop getting on Facebook? I don't want to see nothing. I don't care that your boo don't call you. I don't care that you're single. I don't care that you cook some good chicken. Okay, maybe I do care about that because I might want the recipe. But what I'm saying is, in general, we don't care.
And it's carried on outside of just rants of your personal life into, like, I feel like our protests are just like rants. Like, it's great that we're protesting, but we need something in addition to that. Right. And we're not saying that we know what that actionable action is, you know? It's just about...
But it needs to be a conversation.
That conversation needs to actually lead to something.
Exactly.
An actionable plan.
I agree. And I feel like one of the first steps to having that conversation or to getting the plan of action together is to take a look at yourself. Just like we were just talking about how that atmosphere at Create and Cultivate was everyone was on the same page. So it was so easy to talk to each other and we were all there for one common goal. And it's like, okay, in any other instance, I may not have been able to go and speak with like Kristen Bell. So we were outside getting ready to get in the car and her car pulled up behind us. So we asked her for a picture and she's like, oh yeah, sure, I'd love to, But I don't think we normally would have done that if we weren't in that kind of atmosphere to where we're all in the same, we're feeling the vibe, we're all high off of our own supply in a sense. So it was very easy. But in general, when you get into these racial conversations, no one wants to go to the other party and ask those questions, because let's just be real about it. Black women are intimidating. We are very strong in our stance. We're very strong in our speech. We're in our attitudes and our everything. Everything about us is strong, which is great. But you have to realize how intimidating it is at the same time. And I get that a lot. Y'all see me laughing and smiling and all of that, but my resting bitch face is like on 1,000. Guys don't even approach me.
Can we tell you how much time, like both of us, I thought you were gonna be so mean. It's
That's
like,
the number one thing, like being out. And it's like, I'm the fun one.
Right? She can be more, and I'm more mean. I'm way more mean to her. It's fun. It's fun being mean.
Exactly.
I just feel like there's a level of respect that you get from being a bitch sometimes. Sometimes it's needed. You need to know when you play your cards.
Right.
That's another conversation.
That is a whole nother conversation, because I'm definitely the nice one. So in dropping your intimidation, you also need to drop being oversensitive. Everybody is oversensitive.
Yes. Everybody. Not out to get you.
Everybody.
Seriously.
On all sides of the spectrum. Grow a freaking pair, please.
Oh my God.
It's you. I don't even know what else to say about that. Just grow a pair.
Like, we're not against each other. We're really not. At the end of the day, we're not trying to go out and fight. Like, I feel like that's on both sides. Like, we're not seeking out an argument or seeking out a kerfuffle. Like, I think both sides genuinely want to come together for a solution.
For the most part, no, really.
For the most part.
Seriously, the majority of people you run into, and again, I would love to go ask, a certain question, but it's like, well, how do I say that politically correctly? Why do I have to put so much thought into just asking you a question? It's because I don't want to offend you, and I don't want to come off, as being a bitch. But also, we have to ask those questions. Stop being so nice. Get out there and ask it. But don't be mean. Let us know what you thought or what you think about what we've discussed.